Reporting from Narissa Knight right there. Joining me now to discuss the challenges of sending children back to school is Portia Twite, I should say. And Portia, welcome back to the program, to BNC. You know, you have two young children, as I understand it. What has it been like for you trying to decide if you are putting them back in school, especially after seeing the 9-year-old in Narissa Knight's story, and how she talked about how when she gets back to school, she wants to meet new friends. And certainly that's what many people want for our children.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I really struggled and agonized with the decision I had to make for my family because I do want that socialization for my child, but it's very important that I keep both of my children safe. So I'm in a unique position in that I have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. My 6-year-old is going first grade. My 2-year-old is in daycare. What I've done is just made sure that my 2-year-old stays where she's at in a safe space where they've got a mask mandate. And my 6-year-old in first grade, there's a little bit of a struggle. I'm actually not surprised that in Cobb County, we actually had a little bit of a protest last night because there is no mask mandate. My 6-year-old does attend school, but that was because there was no virtual option. And I make him wear a mask all day.
How does that, I guess I should ask it this way, politically, what's happening in Cobb County to prevent students from wearing masks? I mean, you've made the choice for your own son, your 6-year-old, to make sure he wears that mask. How does that impact people politically?
I mean, there's a huge impact. It's very divisive. There is a lot of people who are pushing back and saying, I don't want my child wearing a mask. And then there's other parents saying, hey, we want our children wearing a mask, especially if you're not old enough to get vaccinated. This is where I really do feel like we should have our government officials step in and help make those decisions. The fact of the matter is, as of last night, we are up 235 cases. That was just last night.
Wow.
We've only been in school for 2 weeks. This is not good.
Wow. Yeah, Portia, that's alarming. Have you noticed any stress on your children when it comes to dealing with this pandemic?
Oh, absolutely. So my 2-year-old, she's very loving, very kind, but I did notice that we were having a little bit of a struggle. And so I talked with the pediatrician, and the pediatrician told me at 2 years old, she does count as what they're calling the COVID baby, and that he's seeing an uprising in social anxiety for the young ones, and to just really be gentle with her and understanding, well, she didn't really get to go out and meet family and explore the world like her brother did.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. It's been tough on our kiddos throughout this pandemic, and as a mom, it seems like you are well prepared to handle that. But at the same time, in dealing with it, it has to cause some anxiety and stress for you as a loving mom.
Oh, absolutely. Because on one hand, I want to make sure that I'm physically keeping my child safe, but I also understand the emotional, mental, spiritual component of being around people, interacting, engaging. They're at a very critical age where I'm starting to step back away as a parent and let them interact with other people. And they're being out on that time. So of course I understand and I empathize with parents who are like, hey, I want my kids around other kids, but I'd rather have my kid with me. It's very important that my
Yeah.
children are safe. There are ICU beds are starting to get hard to come by. I don't want to take that chance or that risk. So my family, my immediate family is vaccinated and we wear our masks.
That's such an important message that you just said right there. You also zeroed in on something I picked up on. You said you're dealing with your children from a whole person perspective. If I got it right, you said mind, body, and spirit. That's that mindset that I think Dr. Yuri Lee was saying at the top of our show. Is that important? I mean, you're arming yourself with the vaccinations, but you're also instilling in your children that they can accomplish great things against all odds, including a pandemic.
Oh, absolutely. My 2-year-old, she actually gets really frustrated with me when she sees me head to the door and she grabs her mask. They understand the world's a little bit different and they see it as kind of almost like a game. Like you wear your mask and then you get to see people, you get to be around people. And I think what you do is you have calmness within yourself and you explain in a child appropriate manner what's going on
Hmm.
in the world around them so that you can engage in the world. I mean, the fact of the matter is, this is our new normal.
Well, thank you, Portia, for being such a great mom. Thank you so much. Coming up next on BNC Live, she was great. TikTok's new take on keeping kids safe. It includes a number of safeguards, and we'll tell you about them when BNC Live comes back.